I noticed that when I did a couple of my Oracle card pulls, if you've been following me, you'll see that I do these short, like 3-minute daily affirmation Oracle card pulls. The ones that get the most views is one of the cards that says the gift of betrayal. People, for some reason, really resonate with that because they're probably thinking, well, no, I don't, this girl is, this woman is nuts. What is she talking about? The gift of betrayal. So I thought I needed to do a more in-depth conversation about what I mean when I say the gift of betrayal. So if you've lived long enough and you've had relationships, could be friendships, usually the deepest cuts are the romantic betrayals, people who leave you, people who cheat on you, people who do things and betray your trust. It cuts very, very deep, right? So I've obviously been hurt in my life. I've had betrayals. I've had friend betrayals. I've had relationship betrayals. I've had a betrayal from men before. And of course, the biggest betrayal was the betrayal from my ex-husband, who deeply betrayed me. And if you would have asked me at the time, was there a gift in this? I would have said absolutely not, right? But now, as I can look back and I think about this, I realized that there is a gift in the betrayal. And one of the big gifts, and we don't see it while we're in it, is that a person, and I'm not talking about growing apart. That happens in friendships. That happens in romantic relationships. People grow apart. I'm talking about betrayals, like, abandonment, cheating, stealing from you. I mean, the list can go on and on. The betrayals can go very, very deep. Lying to you, hiding things from you. Could have to do with your money. It could have to do with, joint finances. There's so many ways that betrayal can run deep. I'm talking about where it cuts, and it cuts deep. And you're left, reeling, and you're left devastated, and you're left, picking up the pieces of your life and trying to find any gifts in that moment is really, really difficult. You have to mourn the loss of the relationship, but you have to, more importantly, mourn the loss of who you were in that relationship. And you have to mourn the loss of what you thought the relationship was, that maybe it wasn't, or it changed so dramatically. The person that you thought would never betray you is the person that hurt and betrayed you the most. So how is that a gift, right? Well, when you have some time to do the healing and the processing, you start to see about how that betrayal, and it's how you want to be in this now. Like, this is important because you don't want to stay a victim. Okay? You don't want to be in that victim energy and that victim mentality and holding on to the frequency of victimhood, because if you do and you want to be in that, and I did say want because it is a choice to stay in that victim mentality, there will be more of those kinds of experiences showing up in your life because, like I've talked about and many people talk about, we are a mirror. Things get mirrored back to us in what we are emitting, what our frequency and our energy is emitting. So when you can take a step back and you've had some healing time, and however you need to heal and whatever's right for you is the way that you should do it, whether it's through therapy, whether it's through groups, whether it's through Codependence Anonymous. I know a lot of times people go there when they have these kind of experiences because they find a lot of healing in hearing other people's stories. Healers, alternative healers, it doesn't matter. So when you can look from a bit of a distance, when you can get yourself some distance from it, you can look at it from a different perspective. And you realize that you were intimately connected, this can be friendships too, with someone who could do those kinds of things, right? And you know the kinds of things I'm talking about, right? Who could do those kinds of things. You wouldn't want to be with someone who could do those kinds of things to you or to anybody, because that person who does those things is acting out from their own victimhood wounds and hasn't taken the time to heal those wounds or taken the accountability for what they did to betray you, right? If you really think about it, would you ever want to be with that kind of a person? So them cutting you loose or you walking away because of the betrayal and you cutting yourself loose, they have freed you. You have been freed from a lifetime of subjugating yourself and being with somebody who is dishonest, who is hurtful, who is not living in integrity, who can, with their eyes fully open, steal from you, abandon you, cheat on you, betray you, right? Think about that. So them leaving you or you leaving them because of a betrayal is a gift. It is a huge gift. And it's hard to see it when you're in it, and I get that. But when you get out of it and you can look at it from a different perspective, you can see how many more beautiful things will fill into your life. That this person who was not in integrity took up so much space in your existence, so much of your freedom, so much of your energy, maybe so much of your worry, because something inside of you had a feeling, there was an intuition. Maybe there were red flags throughout the whole relationship that you chose to ignore, right? Believe me, I know. I've been there, and that isn't somebody that you're spending all of your time with, this person who's supposed to love you, who you love. And they're the kind of person that is sneaky and does things that you don't know about behind your back. How is that a fulfilled life? How is that a fulfilled, loving relationship? It's not. So them being removed from your life, even though it may cut so deeply where you feel like you can't get out of bed, you have to tell yourself you deserve better, because you do. You do. And now the space has been opened up for you to do the internal healing of why you were with that kind of a person, because there was this energetic connection. Obviously, there was something you needed to learn about yourself. That is the other gift. The other gift is you get to see where you were wounded, where that you haven't healed. That's your other gift. If you are with people who constantly abandoned you, where have you abandoned yourself? Were you abandoned as a child by your family, by the people that were supposed to love and protect you? If you were a people pleaser and everything you did for this person was never good enough, right? And then they ended up leaving you anyway for someone else, or just because, you get to heal the wound inside of you of where you never felt good enough. Where did that story come from? Because that is why we attract these relationships, right? It's like I said, it's a mirror. So that is another gift. And that gift is beautiful. It's painful, but it's beautiful because you get to find out where it came from, why you're carrying it, why you're attracting the kind of people that you're attracting in your life. You have now the time to go and do the work to heal that. And that raises your self-esteem on such a level I cannot even tell you. And I'm not saying it from an ego perspective. It's not about looking in the mirror going, ooh, I look hot today. No, I'm talking about a self-esteem that you get inside of yourself that is unfucking wavering when you do that work. Like I can only tell you it because I'm on the other side of it and I did the work and it wasn't easy and it was years of work and I'm a work in progress with all of the things that have come up in my life. But I can tell you something. I will never, ever be in a romantic relationship with anyone who is not in integrity and hasn't done the work on themselves ever again. Ever. It won't happen. I won't attract that person because I've healed those wounds. Do you see what I'm saying? And that is a beautiful gift because you're really having a relationship with yourself. And the other person is just a representation of a certain aspect of who you are. And when you heal that and you fix that, you get the greatest gift you will ever give yourself. And that's what I mean by the gift of betrayal. I get right now, if you're in it, how hurtful it is, but rewatch what I'm saying and understand if you take the time to heal yourself and understand why it is that you attracted this person who could do this to you and who you allowed do certain things to you that betrayed you. Once you heal that wound, your life will never be the same. And it also can change the trajectory of your life. The betrayal could force you to leave a place of where you were and move somewhere else, and your life takes off in another direction. It opens you up to meet amazing people that will fill in the space for you. Friendships, new romantic relationships when you're ready. But you got to do that work so you don't keep attracting the same kind of person. But you don't know where that road can take you. And I can tell you, it takes you in a much better place. In a much better place. So that's what I mean when I say the gift of betrayal. And that's why it's on one of my oracle cards, because I want people to start looking at these betrayals in a different way. Look at it in a different way. You got saved. You got saved. All right, I hope that helps. I would love to hear your thoughts. If anybody wants to share, please do. I would love it if you would subscribe and you would like and you would comment and let me know where maybe you're past it now and where you can find the gift. Where's your gift? Are you past it now where you can look back and see where the gift is for you? All right, everyone. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye.